Specific?
Probably just the schedule.
Probably the schedule. So if you were in control of the schedule, when would you work?
Whenever I want to.
Whenever you want to, okay. How many hours a week would that be?
I don't know, because I don't really like to wake up. So it's gonna be when I wake up until I get tired.
Okay. And if you could control your income, how much would you pay yourself yearly?
I need at least 100,000.
At least 100,000. Now, if you were making $100,000 a year, what would you do with it? What kind of goals and dreams do you have? Are you married? I see you got the big ring on your finger. Are you married?
To the game.
Oh, okay. Married to the game. Okay. You have any children?
I do. I have 2 kids.
Okay. So how old are they?
18 and 16.
18 and 16. Okay, so if you're making $100,000 a year, what would you do with that money for you and your children?
I would just make sure they don't, won't say anything. I want to pay my bills up, so I don't have to worry about bills throughout the year. And just save, and I like to travel.
Pay your bills up so you don't have to worry about bills. Save and you like to travel. Where would you go next?
Anywhere hot. I like the beach, I like water, and I like hot.
Anywhere hot. Beach, water, hot. Okay, good deal.
Vegas. I want to go to Vegas.
You want to go to Vegas? I'll tell you about Vegas. I'm sitting in our office for Vegas this month. All right, good deal. And so let me ask you this. These goals and dreams, are these things that are just be nice? What I mean is, are you wishing for them or do they have to happen for you and your family?
They got to happen.
Gotta happen. And so you said that about $100,000 a year you can make them happen? And so based on where you are, you've been a bartender for 10 years, I think you said, correct? When do you see that career paying you $100,000 annually?
They're not going to pay me yet.
They're not gonna pay you that?
No.
But you love it.
I do.
But they ain't gonna pay you $100,000.
No.
How'd that make you feel?
I ain't even thought about that. You just made me mad.
I didn't even make you mad. It sounds like you made an unconscious decision. You probably got to do something else though. Probably something different, am I right?
True.
Because you just told me that if you could control it, you make $100,000 a year. You told me that your goals and dreams were important, that they had to happen. But lastly, and most importantly, you told me that based on where you were, with a smile, you said, they ain't gonna pay you that, are they?
No.
And so the challenge for most of us is we don't know a place we could go that'll pay us that kind of money, or else we're not gonna be here.
Right.
And that's partially why we're here. I know we're gonna do a financial game plan, but one of the things that we do at our firm is we provide an opportunity for people to earn some additional income to kind of make their goals and dreams happen. We do that through 2 ways. First and foremost, we have a part-time position where people keep the security of their full-time job, they can keep being a bartender, but they go through a 4-week training program with me. During that time frame, 3 things are gonna happen. The first thing that happens is we build them a management team so that way they can generate income even when they don't come in. Now, would you have a problem being at the bar and making money from the business? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Imagine if you could make your travel money while you was at the bar, but from outside the bar. Would that be good or not good?
That's going to be good.
Okay, so the first thing we do is we build a management team so that can be a reality. Does that make sense? The second thing we do is we help our new associates get professionally licensed. Now, as a bartender, you know the importance of licensing when it comes to money. True or not true?
That's the only way I can bartend.
Because licensed professionals tend to be the highest income earners in any community in our country, regardless of the industry. Does that make sense? If you didn't have a license, you just said you couldn't bartend. True or not true? Well, if I didn't have a license, I couldn't do what I do either. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you got to get licensed. Your license through the state, or is it a federal license?
State.
State. Well, our guys get state and federally licensed. Is that good or not good?
Good.
And then the third thing that happens is we're going to help you to establish a client base full of multi-services and clients, because I don't care what kind of business you're in. Watch this. If nobody comes to the bar, how much money do you make tonight?
No.
So it doesn't matter what business you're in. Would you agree that without customers or clients, both of us going to be broke? The good news is that when you finish my training, Alicia, suppose you decided to do so, you'd be in position to work 2 days a week and bring home an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month part-time. Would you be able to hit your goals a little bit faster, get an extra $2,000 on top of what you're already making?
Yeah.
How many trips would you and your kids be on then?
A lot. We would always be gone.
And so really that's how I got involved with the company. I was a college student. I lived off campus my freshman and sophomore year. Going into my junior year, the summer job I worked kind of changed compensation. So my parents decided they wanted me to move into a dorm. I didn't want to live in a dorm. You been in college?
Yeah.
Okay. The goal is not to like live off campus and then move on. It's like to live on campus and then move off. They were trying to make me hustle back. So you with me? But my mom is a mom, and she's right even when she's wrong. So she hit me with the, you heard what I said, and so I knew that it was law. And so the alternative was to get a job. But my class load was just too heavy going into that junior year, and I didn't really want to work. There was 2 companies that were hiring. One was Walmart, one was Target. No offense to either, but they wanted me to stock shelves overnight, which would have been a problem if I didn't have an 8 o'clock class every day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
My cousin, thank God, was in this business. He was a secret agent. He never told me before this happened with my parents that I could come work with him one day, we can make $1,000 a month. My rent was $385. Now, you look put together, but I was broke. You ever been broke before?
I'm broke right now.
Okay, cool. and so let me tell you what happened here. So when you broke, you make all your decisions based on whether or not there's enough to pay the bill. Are you with me? And so he said I can make $1,000 a month working one day a week. My rent was $385. He had me at hello. Does that make sense? All I wanted to know is that he was telling the truth.
Right.
So I asked him doing what? He said, doesn't matter as long as it's legal. And the answer is no. If you can make $1,000 a month working with us one day a week legally, would it matter what you gotta do?
No.
Okay. And so I didn't believe him still, so I went to the office and there was a lady running the meeting. She said the exact same thing. And at the end of the meeting, they started to pass out checks. So I got involved with the company. My first 13 days in business, I got a mortgage license, a life insurance license, and a fixed annuities license in the state of Pennsylvania. My first year in the business, I worked every Saturday except for 3. At the end of the year, I looked up, and of course they didn't pay me $12,000 like they promised, right? Who really makes $1,000 a month working 8 to 10 hours a week? Nobody, right? My first year in business, they paid me $26,200.
Really?
I lived off the $12,000 they promised, and I saved the other 14. I've been psychologically unemployable now for 19 years. Are you with me? Because when you start making more money part-time, watch this. Just suppose you came to work with me on a part-time basis, and you made more money part-time than you make at your full-time job bartender. You probably won't be tending no more bars, would you? And what if you could get paid every day here too?
That's a plus.
And you didn't have to wait like 2 weeks for the money, right? And so that's why I got involved. And so when my part-time income exceeded my full-time income, I transitioned and went to the second program, which is our full-time or career changing opportunity, or our management training program, okay? On average, it used to take people like 12 to 24 months to complete management training with our firm. But COVID showed up and we started doing a lot of this stuff virtually now. So it cut the training in half. And so now we're seeing people in as short as 4 months become vice presidents. But on average, it takes about 9 to 12, 15 months at the max to get that deal done, right? Here in a book full of some of the people that have successfully completed our management training program. Now, in order to get in this book, you gotta make at least $100,000. The average person that completed our management training makes about $160,000 annually. The incomes range from $100,000 in the back
Not again, but.
all the way up to our highest income earners earning over $6 million annually.
Oh, wow.
And this guy isn't even the founder of the company. Are you with me? And so I believe in God. How about you?
Yeah.
The God I serve is no respected person. If he could bless all 5,000 of us, and I think I'm on page 288.
And I can get in this book.
Yeah. If he could bless all of us to make over 100,000, how much could you make if you took advantage of the same opportunity?
I need at least 100,000.
Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, like I said, I want to get to know you a little bit, talk to you about who we are and what we do. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through your financial game plan, show you what it is that we do for families. And if you believe in what we believe in, and only if you do, then we'll further discuss the opportunity for you to make some money. Is that fair?
Yeah.
You had PLL, the full service one, not the looky-loo PLL. You know what I'm saying? You had the one with the features and the benefits. The boy Scarface said, radars and scanners. You gotta have scanners, you know? So anyway, so we go to the Mobile FNA. Hey y'all, this is your presentation. Yo, if you got a license, you got permission, Pops. They can do Mobile FNA? Yeah, you got permission, if you're a licensed agent, to go do this. Does that make sense? And so, Alicia's sitting right here, so I'm gonna let her type her own information. But I'm just gonna read this so we can go ahead and pick back up. You ready? All right. So Alicia, in life, there are 2 major risks. One of them is dying too soon, the other one is living too long. And so to help you navigate your financial journey, the FNA is going to help you quickly calculate the 2 most important numbers in your entire financial life. Number 1, your financial independence number. Do you know what that is? Okay, good. I didn't know either. Your financial independence, they said fin, I was like, I ain't no dolphin, I ain't no shark. You know what I'm saying? Your financial independence number is the amount of money you need to accumulate. So one day you can retire to the beach and not have to work no more.
Okay.
And continue to maintain your quality of life. Would that be good or not?
That's amazing.
Okay, the second number is your income protection number, meaning the amount. You know what that is? Okay. That's the amount of life insurance you need that, God forbid, something happened to you, your 2 kids can go retire on the beach.
Oh, okay.
And live their life and not have to work on no money. Is that pretty cool?
Yes.
All right, good deal. All right, and so basically, we don't have a training right now. You are away in the state of Tennessee. Boom. Okay, and so could you type your first name in there for me? And your last name? Want to make sure it's spelled correct. And your date of birth? This is why I prefer in-person meetings, so they can do this themselves. I ain't gotta worry about spelling it right. If she can't spell it, that's on her.
Don't be leaning on me.
Alright, so let's start off with a roadmap toward retirement, right? The best way, Alicia, for you to reach your destination is to make a plan and follow it. The longer you wait, the more you're gonna have to put away each month towards your retirement goals. At what age would you like to retire?
I thought I had to retire at 70.
Did you plan on working until you were 70? What age you wanna retire?
Can I retire 50?
You can, if you wanna do the work, so let's start with 50. Okay, so when I put in 50, that's 11 years from now. Okay? All right, and so what's your current income? You can give it to me monthly or annual. Which one's easier for you?
I can bring in like 2,300 a month.
2,300 a month, okay? All right, good deal. All right, and so here's what we understand. So most people are going to retire on about 80% of their take-home pay. Right? It's recommended that you might need 70 to 80% of your take-home income for retirement. We'll go with the higher number, which is about 80%, okay? And so 80% of 2,300 is $1,840 a month.
Okay.
However, inflation is going to kick in. So let's look at how inflation actually impacts your goal, okay? Due to the inflation, the cost of goods or items that you purchase is going to increase. Would you agree with that? Stuff costs a little bit more now than it did 5 years ago. Would you agree? And so your income will also need to go up to increase to keep up with inflation. Does that make sense? So what you can do on $2,300 now, when you're 50, is going to cost about $2,546. Okay? So if that were your number, then your financial independence number is $885,404. Take a picture of that real quick. You need to accumulate $885,404 between now and age 50, and you're financially independent.
Okay.
Once you accumulate that, you got to work on it. Okay? And so right now, let's look at where you are. How much do you currently have saved towards retirement? And I'm talking about your 401k, 403b, any simple IRAs, traditional IRAs, 457 plan, Rob. You have anything saved for retirement? Nothing? Okay, good deal. So right now, you have nothing saved.
No, I think probably. No, I don't have
Okay. Thank God we're meeting. And so I know sometimes people think, well, dang, it's the end of the world. So you can start at zero right now, Alicia. And if you just save $4,177 a month, why do you look like that?
I gotta say $4,000.
Yeah. Well, you got two choices. You either got to figure out a way to save $4,177 or you got to work past 50. Now, based on where you work currently, you're earning about $2,300 a month. So it's not possible with your current income to save $4,100. Would you agree with that? But if I could show you how to make an extra $1,000 per week, and you can save all of it, then you can retire at 50. Would that interest you at all?
Yeah, show me that.
Would you be committed to that? If I could show you how to make $1,000 every week, so you can retire at 50, would that interest you?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. All right. Now, if you said no, then we would either have to push your age back, and you'd have to work some extra years, or you'd have to go and ask for a raise.
Okay, so how can I make more than $1,000?
More than $1,000 per week?
Yeah.
I can show you that too. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good deal. The other major risk, now that we have gotten you on the roadmap towards retirement, let's discuss the other major risk in life, which is dying too soon. Nobody wants to talk about this one, but watch this. Have you ever seen somebody die that wasn't debt free?
Oh, yes.
Have you ever seen anybody die that didn't have $885,000 saved?
Yes.
So chances are most people are going to die before they're debt free or financially independent. Would you agree with that? And so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we determine the appropriate amount of life insurance that your family needs to be properly protected. Does that make sense? Okay. So, do you currently have a mortgage that you're paying?
I just pay my rent.
Just rent. Okay. So how about consumer debt? Do you have any credit cards?
I think I probably have like $6,000 in credit card debt.
Okay. So let me add that to my calculator. So you got $6,000 in credit card debt, right? Do you have any student loan debt?
Yeah.
How much do you owe? $15,000 in student loans. Do you have any furniture bills that are outstanding?
No.
Medical bills?
I probably got some medical bills.
About how much?
I don't know, it's been a while. Probably $5,000.
$5,000. And do you own your car or is it financed?
It's financed.
How much do you owe on your vehicle?
$12,000.
$12,000. All right. So your total consumer debt. Do you have any personal loans?
No.
Okay. So So your total consumer debt is $38,000. Let me ask you a question. If you died tomorrow, would you want the creditors calling your kids, harassing them after you're dead for this money? So would you want them to be paid off if something happened to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you mentioned you had 2 children. Your 18-year-old, is he in college? Okay. Your 16-year-old, do they plan on going to college?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to allocate funds for her to go if God forbid something happened to you before it was time?
Yeah.
The national average for a 4-year public institution in state is about $50,000. It doubles if they go to a private school, so it'll be $100,000 for a 4-year institution in state. If they go out of state, both numbers double. So $100,000 for a private public school out of state, $200,000 for a private school out of state. How much would you like to allocate towards your 16-year-old getting a college education in the event that you die prematurely?
Well, what if she got scholarships? Do I really have to add that?
Does she have them already?
No.
Well, speaking from experience, my father died when I was 12 years old, and it was kind of hard for me to get a scholarship after that.
Oh, okay.
I just wasn't really engaged in school like I needed to be. I was kind of all over the place. So do you think she'd be emotional if she lost you?
Very much.
So is there a chance that she might not be able to apply herself 100% if something happened to you in the next year or 2?
Yeah.
So would you want her to have the money or not?
I want to add money.
How much would you like to set aside?
100,000.
100. Now let me say this to you. After school, if she gets a scholarship, then we'll delete this from the policy. So we'll reduce it by this 100,000. This is just protection if something happens between now and the time she goes to college. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
What are your beliefs on funerals? The national average is about 15 grand. What's your thought process on that? Do you just an average funeral, or do you want like to rent out the FedEx Forum or Lander Center and be standing up like?
I do not.
Okay.
Probably behind the bar.
I want a decent funeral, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on it.
So the average is good, about 15 grand?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then we said your monthly income is about $2,300. And so we want to make sure that it's available for at least the next decade for your children. Okay, does that give them some time to get their bearings if something were to happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'd actually really show them how to invest the money and replace your income forever. Do you currently use tobacco?
No.
No tobacco? All right, so based on the information you shared, your insurance need is $311,765. How much life insurance do you currently have?
I don't have any.
You don't
I
have
got it
any.
at my job.
You got it at your job? How much is that policy worth?
I think it was like $50,000.
So even if we subtracted that 50, how important would that other $261,000 in coverage be for your kids?
Important?
They would probably need it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good deal. All right, and so we're gonna look at what it actually costs you to get the coverage, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you said you do not smoke, correct?
No.
All right. Hold up, man, something ain't do right. It changed. Okay, it's $411,765. I'm sorry. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it had 3. I don't think it had calculated the income. So it's $411,765.
Okay.
All right, so $412,000 coverage is what you need. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this because what this just did was it gave you like entry level policy, like no features and benefits, just basic. And so there's some things that I want to put on top of it to make sure that you're fully protected. Does that make sense? So we're gonna edit it. Obviously, you want your kids to be covered.
I do.
Okay. So we're gonna put $25,000 on your daughter. And what happens is when she turns 25 years old, she can stay on this policy until she's 25. When she turns 25, she'll be able to get $125,000 in coverage without having to qualify medically.
Oh, that's good.
We're also going to add a disability waiver premium in the event that you became disabled, right? Then the company will refund you 6 payments, the last 6 that you made, right? And they will waive all your future premium payments for as long as you're disabled. Okay? Also, if you become terminally ill and you're diagnosed to have 6 months to live or less, the company would give your family or you 70% of the face amount while you're alive. So you can get about $280,000 while you're still living.
Okay.
If you die before your daughter is off of this policy, her insurance will actually be free until she's 25 years old as well. Okay? All right. And so monthly, that plan is going to cost you $110.59. And so when we look at your total financial gain plan, we look at you need $110 a month for your insurance protection to be properly protected. You need to be investing $4,177 to retire at age 50. And so your total outlook for you to be totally financially independent would be $4,287 and 33 cents. Is that a little bit more, a little bit less, or exactly what you thought it would cost you to be properly protected now and later?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Which part is a lot? The 110 or the 4177?
The 4177.
The $110, how realistic is that for you?
I can do that.
All right, so we're gonna take care of that. How much of this 4177 can we start investing right now?
I don't have anyone to say for you.
You don't have any money to save, so you got 110 for insurance, but you don't have anything for investments?
Well, I mean, if I stop eating out and stuff, I can make it happen, but I like to eat out and stuff like that.
Do you like to eat out more than you like your kids to be financially secure?
No.
Let me ask you this, eating out, is it important, more important to you to eat out or retire at age 50?
Retired at age 50.
Okay, so can we eat out a little bit less if we retire a little bit earlier?
Yeah, but that's still not gonna be $44,000 worth.
Well, we talked about you making $1,000 a week,
Okay.
so we can get that deal done, right? Pull your calculator out real quick, I'm gonna show you how simple this is.
Okay.
Go to your calculator. Remember we talked about our 4-week training?
Mm-hmm.
Put $110.59 on the calculator. Multiply that by 12.
Okay.
That's how many months in a year. So your total plan would cost you for your insurance $1,327.08, okay? Now, that's what you're gonna pay for a year for the coverage. Subtract $65 from that. That's the administrative fee. That's the cost of somebody printing your policy, invoicing your account each month for the payment, answering any questions if you call, sending you a duplicate if you need one, helping with the claims process. God forbid we have to file a claim. All right, so they're not gonna pay a commission on that. But that 126208 that's on your calculator, that would be commissionable to you as an agent.
Okay.
If you go through my 4-week training, they'll pay you 50% of that amount when you do it. So multiply that by 50%. How much would you have gotten paid to help a single parent like yourself protect their income?
They're gonna pay this.
What does it say?
$631.04 for doing this.
Multiply by 75%. That's your total commission for the year. And they're gonna give you 9 months worth of it the same day you do it. So that's $473 every time somebody says yes.
I gotta do a lot at the bar for that.
You gotta do what?
I gotta do a lot at the bar for that. I'm not making it at the bar.
Okay. So do you think you can help 3 single moms a week like you? Multiply that by 3.
I know a lot of single moms.
You know any married couples? You would get double for helping them.
Wow. So
How much would you make weekly if you just helped 3 families?
$1,419.84.
Times 4 weeks a month. How much would you make every month working with me part-time?
$5,679.36. I just.
So if you made $5,679.36, could we handle $42.87.33?
Yeah, no
And,
problem.
and you still have about $1,400 left over to eat out with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start your application down here where it says start IBA, and we're going to get you started in our business. Initially, it's gonna cost you about $63 to get started, right? And then we'll go ahead and get you licensed and get you trained and get you on a 50% contract. And we're gonna go out and build a list, and we're gonna help 3 families a week like your family. Fair enough?
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
But you gotta keep your job initially.
okay.
Cause I saw you look how you look, and you said it's more of a bar. I need you to stay at the bar because the bar's paying the bills right now.
Okay.
This business is not for you to have income, it's for outcome. You short $4,200 right now. So you can't quit the job because it's gonna take away from the 56 that you're making with me. If you get rid of that 2,300, it's gonna offset the numbers. So initially, we need all of that to be able to do this. And then once you teach some other people how to do the same thing, then you can get rid of the bar. Is that fair?
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
All right, so what questions do you have for me?
But say, okay, so I know I gotta come here and build this, with you to make that, so what can I start saying on here?
I asked you, you said nothing.
Oh, okay,
I literally asked you, what did you save? You said nothing right now.
okay, well, I have no questions, I just need to go to work. I'm ready to do my application.
Okay, good deal, thank you.